Hey everyone, I hope you are doing well, and here I am bringing you some battles from the Go Battle League, and this is the Psychic Cup. So this is a specialty cup where all the Pokemon that are eligible are of course Psychic types, and I am bringing to you guys a very interesting team that I just kind of threw together on a whim. This is consisting of the Alolan Raichu here on the lead, and then I have a Galarian Rapidash as the safe swap, and I also have the Galarian Slowbro here in the back. And the one thing you'll notice about this team right away, if you're familiar with the Psychic Cup meta, is that I have two Pokemon ABA weak to Claydol. And if you're not quite sure what ABA weak means, that is that my front Pokemon, which is the Raichu, is weak to Claydol, whereas also in the back I have my Galarian Slowbro, which is a part poison type that is also weak to Claydol. So that is basically what ABA means here. But I'm going to talk about the team a little bit here. It's of course consisting of Alolan Raichu here on the lead. And this is a pretty neutral lead to have on the meta. It can deal a lot of super effective or neutral damage to many things here in the meta, with the exception of Claydol. As you can see here, I am running it with Volt Switch, which is a high damage output move, and then Thunder Punch and Grass Knot. I could also run Wild Charge here, but I chose to have the safer option of not debuffing my defense, so I just chose Thunder Punch, but I do lose a little bit of firepower. And then I have Galarian Rapidash as the safe swap, as I mentioned before. Basically, with Fairy Wind as the new update to its move pool, it now generates energy very quickly. Of course, it can get to Body Slam in basically 3 moves. And that is on the safe swap with Body Slam and Megahorn, which covers basically most everything here in this meta for super effective damage or neutral damage, depending on what you go up against. And of course, as a closer, I wanted to have something that dealt with Charmers, so that's why I picked a Galarian Slowbro here in the back with Poison Jab, Sludge Bomb, and Focus Blast. So enough about the team. I'm going to get right into the battles here. And in this set, I got a 4-1, so very, very positive rating. And I was able to do that fairly consistently with this team. And here we are against a Xatu, which is a very spicy pick. And you don't really come across these too often at all. And it's running Faint Attack, if I'm not mistaken, as the fast move. But I'm going to go for a Thunder Punch here, and it actually does grab a shield. And the thing about Xatu is that it's incredibly glassy, so you're not going to be really seeing it too much. And they swap into an Oranguru, which is very, very interesting here. And what I'm going to do here is just go ahead and pivot into my Rapidash. And I do accidentally throw a little bit too much energy here, so I'm going to have to let this first move go. And of course, Oranguru runs Foul Play, which, because of Rapidash's Psychic and Fairy typing in its Galarian form, will only have neutral damage being dealt with the Foul Play, and then I take it out with the Dark Pulse here, which is good. And they come in with their own Galarian Rapidash, so what I'm going to do now is just let this go, because I do have a harder check to the Rapidash in the form of my Slowbro. So I'm going to bring that in right away here. Of course, these Fairy Winds are doing very little damage. And I can easily take a Megahorn here, no problem. If they go for Body Slam, that's fine too. I can definitely take that for sure. So that's fine. I'm going to let them throw a Body Slam. And they actually try to catch a move back into their Xatu, but I'm going to pivot right back into that Raichu and take it out with a Volt Switch. So I'm going to throw the Thunder Punch here, just to either grab that final shield or KO this Rapidash. And the Rapidash already knew was over, so they decided to let the move go. And good game, well played to my opponent there. And on the next battle, here we have Alolan Raichu up against a Malamar. So the Malamar can actually be a little bit of a problem here for my team as well. There isn't really any one Pokemon except the Rapidash that can do pretty good damage here to it. So going to go ahead and shield up this foul play here to start, see what they want to do. Going to throw the Thunder Punch here right as they, a couple cycle cuts before they reach their next foul play. So going to be rather forcing a shield here from the Malamar, which I do. And then I am going to throw the next Thunder Punch right here. It looks like it was a CMP tie that was triggered. And so if they let this go, this is fine, which it is. And I try to switch out here, but of course I can't because I locked myself into the animation. So that's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and let this move go. The foul play takes out the Raichu. And I'm going to be able to get farm here on the Rapidash. So that's perfect. And the key here is to get a big energy advantage for whatever comes in. Because a Rapidash with energy can pretty much threaten almost anything except this Victini here, which would be nice if I had high horsepower, but basically Megahorn can still do quite a lot of damage here. So after I land the Megahorn, I'm going to swap immediately into the Slowbro. And I will let this first move go. I can definitely take a V-Create here, so not really afraid of that. And they do end up going for another one, which is fine. I'm just going to sack the Slowbro at this point and see what the Rapidash can go up against in the back. So I'm going to farm here, which is perfect. And they have their own Gardevoir, which isn't really that good here. And I end up losing this match just because I thought that I was able to get to a Megahorn to KO this Gardevoir, and of course a Body Slam wouldn't have been enough. But as you can see, I fall one Fairy Wind short there, and I end up losing that match, which is unfortunate. But good game, very well played to my opponent. And here in this next battle, we have a Alolan Raichu Mirror. This is always a tricky one. Because you never really know what the opponent can fire, whether they have Grass Knot or not. So I'm going to go for the Grass Knot straight away over here on my end, and I'm going to see what my opponent wants to do. So Grass Knot gets no shielded here, and this is fine. I'm just going to go ahead and take the move, or actually I decided to shield, but they're actually running Psychic, which I'm not quite sure why they're running Psychic here in a meta where most everything resisted. And again, I'm just going to go ahead and swap right into my Rapidash here, and I'm able to draw a Lugia. Okay, this is pretty surprising. So what I'm going to do here is build up and go for a Megahorn here. This will do a very good chunk of damage here to the Lugia. But the good thing about the Rapidash is that it is resisting the damage from the Dragon Tails. So I'm going to actually take a Sky Attack here. Rapidash can actually take a Sky Attack, no problem. So that's fine. It still does a lot of damage though. But I'm going to continue to farm up a little bit more here. And I'm going to go for another Megahorn right here. This is either going to be doing a lot of damage to the Lugia or getting another shield. So they let that go, which is fine. But because they are running Dragon Tail, they're able to farm me down here. And this is fine. I can come back in with the Raichu. The Volt Switch went through, so basically after this Sky Attack is being fired, the Lugia will go down. So that's okay. And they come back in with the Malamar, which I'm going to go ahead and go straight for a Grass Knot here. This is going to be doing some very nice damage here to the Malamar, or getting a shield. And they decided to shield it, which is great. And I'm going to come in with my Galarian Slowbro. So up a shield, Galarian Slowbro can do pretty well here. And I know I can take a foul play, so I'm going to just let this go. They didn't really build up to the Hyper Beam. And the Cycle Cuts are doing neutral damage here. So they are going to reach another move here. And I will shield this move. And then I should be able to reach a Focus Blast here to be able to KO the Malamar. So here I am reaching the Focus Blast. And this is definitely going to be more than enough damage to KO the Malamar. So that is a good game. Very well played to my opponent there. And into the next battle, I think this is the last one of the set. We have the Raichu into a Galarian Rapidash, which is pretty neutral. Just have to be careful of the high horsepower here or the Megahorn. But they only build up to a Body Slam here because it takes 3 Furry Winds to get to a Body Slam. So I'm going to be building up a little bit more energy and then throwing a Thunder Punch right here. This is going to be doing some nice chip damage or getting a shield from the Rapidash, so they actually do decide to shield, which is great. They are able to get to another Body Slam, so I will decide to shield this one, of course. I'm going to be trying to do a little bit more damage here with the Volt Switches, and then fire off a Grass Knot this time to either guarantee the KO or get this next shield from the Rapidash. So they actually double shield. So I'm going to now swap into my own Rapidash and get ahead on energy. And I know that this can only be a Body Slam. So I decided to let it go. And then I can start charging up a little bit here. And they actually come with a Gardevoir. So I'm going to go ahead and get this thing out of here with a Megahorn here on my end. And that's going to definitely KO the Shadow Gardevoir here, of course. And they're going to come back in with the Rapidash, which is fine. I do lose CMP here, which is unfortunate, but of course I have the Rapidash has done its job, so of course going to have to let this go. And now I can come in and get farm on the Slowbro. So Slowbro with energy can threaten quite a few things, and again we see another Malamar come in, so this is perfect. Again, same thing as last time. I can tank one foul play, no problem, so I am going to let the first one go. I cannot tank a second one, however. So what I'm going to do here, get to the Focus Blast. Again, this is going to be doing some very heavy damage, neutral damage, of course, because of the Psychic and Dark typing of the Malamar. So gonna do that, and that is actually enough to KO the Malamar again. So great game, well played to my opponent. And yeah, that is the team that I have been running in the Psychic Cup here. Very, very fun limited meta. Definitely very fun. And if you don't have the resources to invest in the current rotation, again, the Ultra League is the other league that's available right now in this current set of battles here in the Go Battle League for the season. Definitely try the Psychic Cup. A lot of fun Pokemon you can use here in a meta. Battles will go pretty quickly, as you can see here. This is definitely a much quicker video than a lot of my other ones have been so far. But yeah, let me know if you guys enjoyed the content. If you enjoyed watching this video, please feel free to give it a like and subscribe, and give it a thumbs up if you like. And also be sure to hit the notification bell to check out any other content that I will have coming out next. And that is it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.